Let me show you some camera tips and tricks for Motorola Edge 70 Pro. So first, I want to go to camera settings because over there are a couple of things that are definitely worth mentioning. For example, here we have the front photo resolution setting, which is set to standard by default instead of high. So you can actually increase the quality of selfie photos on your phone by just changing this single option over here. Besides that, we have a couple of AI tools in here as well, so if you are a fan of them or not, then of course you can manage them over here. Like we have the Super Zoom Pro, which isn't really labeled as AI, so I'm not entirely sure if it is AI, but I think it can be considered as an AI tool, which we can easily toggle over here, and it is supposed to enhance the clarity of telezoom photos. And also we have the signature style, which actually uses AI to create your own color style. You can also train this AI in order to figure out what is the style. What is your style, of course. And here we have the AI audio for videos, where we can use the audio zoom, which apparently amplifies audio in the zoomed area of the viewfinder or camera preview. Besides these AI tools, what is also worth mentioning is that if you go to capture methods, then over here we have a couple of things that are also worth mentioning, like for example the palm capture. If you show your hand while using the front camera, then you should be able to easily capture a photo. You should be able to start a timer. This of course allows you to take photos without even touching your phone. And it seems that the palm capture works if a human face is detected. I couldn't make it work without showing my face to the camera, so it seems that it is the requirement. Also, we have the auto smile capture, which as the name probably already tells you, you can just smile to the camera, and if the phone, or actually the camera, detects that you are smiling, it is going to take a photo. Also another tool that allows you to take a photo without touching the phone. And last option over here is tap anywhere to capture, which is also a pretty convenient tool because it allows you to just take a photo by just simply tapping on the camera preview. You don't have to use the shutter button that we usually have at the bottom of the screen. Just tap on the screen and the photo is going to be taken. Now, you can also go to quick capture in order to find this little gesture. You can just twist your phone twice with your wrist in order to immediately open the camera. You can also decide which camera should be opened. We have the rear camera option, the selfie camera of course, or automatic. So if you wish to have a very quick and cool access to the camera, then you can try to use this gesture. Now let's exit the camera settings, because over here if you go to photo, if you actually want to make sure that you are using your signature color style, then over here at the top we have these stars, and here we have the signature style, which you can easily use. You can also switch to the natural style and to the vivid style, so you can choose the color style over here. Also on the right side we have this running person icon, which allows you to activate the action shot, which captures the energy of people and animals, and you should be able to make sure that your photos are clear. So the person that is, for example, running in the photo should not be just like all over the place, and it should be actually just still and very clear on the photo. You can give it a try. Besides that, we also have the dedicated macro mode, which is this flower icon. So if you keep the camera close to an object that you want to photograph, then you should be able to activate or deactivate the macro camera, which in my case now it's gone, but still you should be able to find the flower on the left side and use it to activate the dedicated macro mode, which in theory should help you take better photos. Also, if you go to the video mode, then over here at the top we have the option to activate HDR10+. So if you wish to record videos using that HDR10+ quality, then this is how you can do so. We can also find the horizon lock, which allow you to keep the camera in a fixed position during the recording, even if you change to portrait or landscape mode. And if you turn it off, you will just enable the the adaptive stabilization instead, which is also pretty solid. And one camera mode that is also quite worth using sometimes is the frame match. So over here we can read that we can take a photo of yourself or someone. You can tap the shutter button in order to lock the scene, and this creates the background for the final shot. So once you take the photo of the background, then you should be able to also hand your phone to a friend, and they should be able to overlay with the background and take a decent photo of you. You just have to position yourself, and then you should be able to tap the shutter button to take that final shot. So definitely worth giving this mode a try. Besides that, here in the More section, we can find a couple of additional options, a couple of additional camera modes, which are probably also worth checking out, like the Ultra Res, which allows you to take 50 megapixel photos. We have the photo booth over here, which allows you to pose 4 times, take 4 photos with different poses, just like in the photo booth, essentially. So definitely also worth checking out. We also have the group chat, so if you want to take a picture of your group and you want to make sure that everyone looks good, so that no one actually blinked when you try to take a selfie or something, then this is the mode for you. So be sure to check that out. We also have the dual capture video, so you can use both cameras at once. You can use the rear camera and the front camera, which can be quite nice if you want to record like a reaction to something or stuff like that. And that is pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.